Well, good morning, folks. It's been a while since we met. Oh, so today's video is all about where I've been, what I've been up to, and my plans for 2025, or some of them. So, location I am in today is basically just in Lanarkshire. Never been to this sort of place, this area before. Well, tell a lie, I have. This is just sort of further north of it. So yeah, this is like a big forestry block in Lanarkshire. It's sort of on the map north west of sort of a little village called Muirkirk. Never been here before, so this is all new. And when you Google map it, the maps haven't been updated, and a good chunk of this forestry block has been cut down, felled. And as you just see there, they are starting a replanting programme, which is great. We need timber from somewhere, and we just replace it with new seedlings and saplings and all that stuff. So it is nice to see. That's what it's about. So, didn't realise as well, this is actually part of a wind farm away further over the back of the forestry. And yeah, it's a pretty nice day actually. Oh, what's been happening? Well, let's put it this way, this is my first outing since November. Oh boy, have I had a rough ride. So I'm going to take you back to November. We had done a little climb up to Sullivan with my brother, which was great, fantastic camp. Came back, a couple of weeks lapsed, as you do with work, and outside the YouTube I do work, and I was doing some work. It's painful talking about it. I turned on the spot and snapped my gastrocnemius muscle in my calf, and I'm not joking, I snapped it. Oh, I was just about physically sick when that went. I have never felt pain like it. I've never broke a bone in my body, so I'm just not going that far. Yes, for some reason I twisted my leg stupidly. My leg stayed on the spot and my body moved, and with an almighty snap, twang, bang, or whatever you want to call it, my gastrocnemius muscle went pop, and I could not for the life of me catch my breath, figure out what had happened. I was literally lying on the floor. Anyway, A&E were really good. Heavy painkillers and a set of shiny crutches. So that's where we were for a good recovery period. Estimated time of recovery, 8 to 12 weeks. Yeah, that's just the news I needed. Not great whatsoever. So, on crutches, to be honest, The A&E department were fantastic, so big shout out to them at the time. When you mostly need them in any way, shape or form, I can't fault them, and touch wood, I've not needed them a lot, or did I? So, resting up for a fairly lengthy time ahead of me here. Trying to use crutches for the first time is not easy. I couldn't walk. I could only rest my side of my leg or side of my foot on the ground. It would not want to go. It wouldn't straighten. It was like permanently bent. It was my right leg, and yeah, I was in a considerable bit of pain. Wow, very, very still, very peaceful here. So moving forward, 3 weeks had passed, and what had happened? God, my mind's actually just such a blur. I started to ease myself back into walking, very, very lightly, exercise, so slightly exercising, and I mean just bending and stretching it, and was offered a month's worth of work, and I was getting checkups by the A&E people, who were again fantastic, and told them that I'd been offered this job for a month. So a month's worth of work in December. Time was ticking at me. My brain was telling me I need to do this work. My body was saying no. A&E were saying no. Doctors were saying no. And everyone around me was saying no. So anyway, I couldn't pass this up, so I took the job, and within, I'm going to say, a week or two of doing this, so we're into sort of 10th, 11th, 12th of December, I bent down and I told you so, I told you so, that's what they're shouting. I was walking without crutches at this time, and I bent down, and you'll never guess what. Yep, that muscle, or tendon, snapped again. So, an embarrassing, jolly, hanging my head in shame, back up to A&E. Again, painkillers, and now it was another 12 weeks worth of rest. But I was committed to this job. And I know, I could have pulled out. It wasn't a strenuous piece of work. It was just really good timing for me, for my career. So I did and was on crutches for a week, another week, until I tried to hobble. And I did manage to scrape through. Finished on the 23rd of December, this work, and it was really good. So moving forward, Christmas and going into January were great, and I just gave January a complete write-off, just to let this leg get back together. It is still tight, and moving forward, this is my first day out, even for a walk in a forestry. So it's actually been such a long time. Bit out of shape, I'm going to admit that straight away. Oh aye, and it's going back to December. Like many of you out there, I caught this stupid coughing bug, and I wouldn't say I'm 100% right. I still have a niggly cough. It's nothing serious, it's just the remnants of it, if you want to say that. But everybody's been floored with this stupid cough. It wasn't as horrific as some people's that I've seen, but trying to deal with a cough, and just when you're run down and sore legs, your body's just telling you to stop. So I kind of did. January, I've still been putting in for work because I can work that way. It's just the hills and all the outdoor stuff, I've just taken a complete back seat on it until today. So there we are. That's where I'm up to today, and this is a nice easy walk. It's a walk, not a camp, and just a strenuous, what's the word, less strenuous, an easy walk day, that's what I'm trying to say. This is kind of like an apology to everyone for not making videos. A few people have messaged regarding where am I. So a huge apologies for not putting out a video under the circumstances. Yeah, you can understand. I haven't posted, or yeah, I don't think I've posted anything on Instagram, if you're a follower of that. I just think YouTube does put you under quite a lot of pressure if you are committed to doing a lot of videos and wanting to get out there. I'm a very keen outdoors person, and when something like that happens to your leg, an injury, I think it drives you mental. And for those that are like that, you'll understand and know where I am. So huge apologies. So for Christmas time still, I did get some new kit, and that's leading on to another thing. I'll let you know, I will talk about my plans for 2025. So I have still been watching YouTube, the people that I follow, and there's a thing, that's what I was going to say, was again, for those who have subscribed to the channel, follow, like, comment on everything throughout 2024, thank you. It really does mean the world. That just like other campers I follow, they shine a little bit of light somewhere in your brain, spark a little hobby or interest, or just like following the journey of the wild campers that we are. And it's nice to do something a little bit different. I don't know where I'm going here, so I'll just go up this forestry track here. So yeah, thank you very much for everyone who follows. I've kind of taken a break from social media, from Facebook side, and I think I had a page for Camping on the Wild side through there, so when I've deactivated it a bit, it stops being shown. So I haven't disappeared, I'm just taking a well-earned break. I'm not going that way at all, there's a tree down. There we go, it's there. So yeah, I still run my Instagram page, and it's gave me a little bit of time out. I do have a TikTok page as well, which I've really done nothing for, and this is what 2025 is about. So I've got a walk planned again to recce a spot on Sunday, or in a couple of days or so, and I've got technically a wild camp planned for next week, just for a night, just to ease things back into the motion of what we do. And so yes, that leaves me to say thanks very much for the other YouTubers that I watch and I follow, that kind of maybe don't always inspire you to do that kind of camping, but it just gives you a little bit of freedom. I do wild camping. I've done this for absolutely decades. I've just never documented it, and this is my happy place. I really do like going out and about and doing wild camping. So if you've never done it before, there are literally loads and loads of wild campers wherever you are in the country. If you take up wild camping in Yorkshire, you want to be connecting and finding people on YouTube that do camping in Yorkshire, so you know the places to go. Or you can take a trip up to Scotland, and there's loads of us up here, as with further down south as well. Different rules and regulations and all that for use down in England, and Scotland's way more relaxed. So if you want a bit of a less stressful time, I would say, maybe you can come over the border for a couple of days or a week. Loads of trails and everything up here, as well as down England as well, so you've got plenty to choose from. So yeah, big shout out. I mean, I can't even name them all. So loads of Scottish guys up here, so just putting out there, if you want to connect guys, if you want to get out for a night or a couple of nights, just drop me a message through Instagram or something like that. If you haven't joined the page, go and check out. I'll put a wee link below where the page is, and say hello. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. So I've got that wee plan. That's for February. I'm going to try and go away with Charlie, my daughter, at the end of February. Do a wee wild camp somewhere. We're trying to chase dates and everything, so like that's just a nightmare. Anyway, and I have got a big hike trail planned for this year, possibly May. Still trying to figure dates and planning it, which is the Hebridean Way. That's, I'm going to say 180 miles or so, doing it a little bit different. I will be walking from the bottom right to the very, very top, past Stornoway. Normally the trail takes you into Stornoway as a walker, but if you're cycling, it takes you right up to the top. So I think I'm going to just walk the rest of it and then come back down to Stornoway. Anyway, that's the plan. I've started mapping it out. I just need to put dates into where I'm going with it. But this is a cracking walk. It's very damp after the rain last night, but it's a very nice walk. perfect spot to have a coffee. So for those who are new to the channel, please subscribe if you know anyone that's interested in wild camping or getting outdoors or just having a general interest in it. Probably I'm another face to add to your subscription bundles. So yeah, hello everyone. I'm Steve, basically a wild camper here in Scotland, and I've been doing it for such a long time, probably since the age of, I'm going to say 7 or 8. Big thanks to my brother and his tents and getting out. You have your big break. You don't go camping for years, and then you come back to it and whatnot, and then you have kids. Life goes on, and you get back into it, and then you start. With technology is, you can start documenting it a little bit better. So yeah, my purpose of the purpose of this channel is not to sell stuff, basically not to promote anything now. I think I've given up. I don't think it's, not my opinion. My opinion is I'm not here to go and buy kit to promote somebody else's business and get nothing from it. So I don't do that. I don't do that now. I want to show you Scotland and the remote parts, the different parts of Scotland, the mountains, the beaches, just the walks and my adventures that I go on. So I just like to give you a little bit of an outlook on Scotland, on the different parts that maybe most people or the general public don't go. So you'll only see people that are hiking and wild camping and trekking and adventures through the outbacks of Scotland's areas. But yeah, that's basically me. I like to show people, you the viewer, little remote parts of Scotland and all these little golden nugget places that you can go to. And oh, I do like bothies as well, so that's another one. If you've never done bothy camping, go and check out the Mountain Bothies Association. They've got a great website with all their bothies, where they're located here in Scotland. I know England's different, so yet again, it's a nice one to take up. You can join as a member, or you can stay in these bothies for free. So, or leave a little donation on their page. It's really good, really enjoyable. So yeah, that's where I am. I travel around Scotland when I can, testing my own kit, buying my own kit for my own purposes. Don't get sucked into buying all this kit and gear and tents and whatnot when you don't really have to. There's absolutely no need for all that unnecessary stuff, unless you're doing it in adverse weather and concerned about weather and keeping warm and all that. There is a certain need for good stuff, but it can be a costly one if you're going down that road of being sucked into by every new bit of kit that comes out. Anyway, I travel around Scotland showing you all the good parts of Scotland as it is, and yeah, absolutely love it. So 2025, I hope to do a lot more camping, a couple of adventures, big adventure trails, and see what's happening in Scotland. So I was talking a wee bit earlier there about sort of Instagram and all they kind of things. So because I've not done anything with it, my plan is to do a wee bit more with it, like post photos and little videos here and there. So, and I was telling you about an adventure I was going to do, or planning to do. So if you're planning on doing a venture, a big adventure, or a small adventure, or if you're doing an adventure for the first time, or you're looking to get into wild camping, just said a load of stuff there, didn't I? Anyway, I think my thought was, because I've done lots of wild camping before, and I've got a load of tents. I've got rid of some of them, and I've got 3 other tents still here, used, really good condition though, and I'm going to give them away to people on Instagram. So if you go across to the Instagram page, and it says below, it says it's in the description below somewhere, be a wee link somewhere. Follow the page and keep an eye out when I'm posting these things. I'm just going to give them away, no charge. As long as you're in the UK, obviously it's going to cost a fortune. You're posting it away to around the world or whatnot, as we do. So I'm just going to give these tents away. They're nothing special. I'm not going to tell you what they are. There'll be one every so often, and just sort of give them to people who really want to take up kit, take up wild camping and don't have the kit, or strapped for funds, as we all are in certain ways. So that's my wee sort of apology for not doing camping, if you must. So you can go over to the Instagram page, follow it, and I'll give you updates there about what's happening. Well, there we go, folks. Thanks for coming on this little walk for me and let me have a moan and a groan. Anyway, that's what it's all about, getting fresh air, getting air through your lungs, getting outside, clearing the mind. You can think a lot better, think a lot clearer, and at the same time getting that little bit of fit and healthy air. So again, thanks very much for watching this video and coming along my wee journey. Hope to, or plan to, get a wild camp soon. So yes, we'll see what happens. But again, if you let us know in the comments if you've got an adventure plan for this year, might as well share it while we're here. I like connecting with new YouTubers and the people that have got few subscribers. Just have a wee check out their videos, give them a wee thumbs up, just to say we acknowledge your wild camps, all that stuff. It's all about connecting with all these wild campers. They're everywhere and they all bring something different. So again, thanks very much for doing that. You're doing that for everyone. Anyway, I'm going to end it here, and we shall see you in the next video. Cheers for now.